All right, I have two XRP dreams, actually an XRP dream and an XRP vision, as well as Hbar that one of my members sent in that I want to share with you all because I believe it's encouraging and timely. All right, let me get right into this. I had a dream where I saw two sites. First, I looked over to the left, and I was at a small swimming contest with not many contestants, which I thought was very strange to me, as I haven't been to one of these in many years. I suddenly saw the XRP coin very large in front of me. I then looked over to the right and I saw Hedera Hbar, also very large. In the dream, I knew it was very prominent and strong, which surprised me a lot as I have hardly ever heard about this coin. I woke up. When I prayed about this, I felt like the Holy Spirit spoke clearly about what this was, what this all meant. The first scene God was showing me is that the small amount of, show me that in the small amount of contestants, XRP would be the winner. And he said he showed this to me as a confirmation that XRP would be a top crypto investment for the long term. I'm in agreement on that. On the second scene, I felt like he was saying longer term Hbar Hedera would perform extremely well, as I had a strong knowing about in this dream. All right, let me get to the second one. This one's interesting, and it's got a price point to it. In the second dream, I had a short vision just as I woke up, where I saw XRP at 1,000 EUs, which I did the conversion. It's a little bit more than $1,150, $58 US in the English currency. I then turned my head and saw something more shocking. Bitcoin was also at $1,150 in US in the dream. So Bitcoin came down, XRP went up. Bitcoin, I couldn't believe that they had the same number, but they did. XRP had dramatically increased in value, and Bitcoin looked like it was on the verge of becoming worthless. It had depreciated rapidly and was continuing to go down. I believe around this time, XRP rapidly increases into the thousands of dollars. It will be when Bitcoin starts to rapidly depreciate, as there will be no need for Bitcoin anymore. Now, I know there's a lot of arguments about that. This is definitely interesting to me because I'm going to share a couple news pieces before I get off. The stablecoin bills are going through. We know, does Bitcoin have a stablecoin? They can't even use the technology. So it would be some sort of stored value. But I can see as XRP wins the stage, takes stage, I should say, and wins the lion's share of all of these banks and institutions and businesses through their stablecoin. Now, if you didn't see my video yesterday, Citibank, JP Morgan, Chase, a couple other US banks, they're slipping my mind right now. Bank of America, that was the other one. They're all coming together, possibly on a shared stablecoin. A couple of those banks are already working with Ripple. So you can see where this is going, which would cause, all this liquidity on XRP and the ledger will cause the price to go extremely high. Bitcoin really, as far as utility value, it is worthless. I don't know. Many have seen it come to zero, but I don't think they've seen the whole market come to zero. So could this be a new revelation? As Bitcoin comes down, usually everything follows Bitcoin. But as these ISO coins, I'm going to show you a news piece. All the ISO coins, Algo, Hedera, ADA, XLM, XRP, IOTA, Quant, they're going live in July. The Fed just came out. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Just hang on with me for another minute. They are going live in July. Now we could see a big surge. Maybe the money will come out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin comes down, these coins go up. It does make sense. But let me just share this with y'all. Take a look at this. Here's the news piece. The Fed just announced their ISO 20022 migration is locked in for July 14th. That's the back-end switch for the new global financial system. Petrodollar out, tokenized value in. So here's the article. The FedWire Fund Service migration is coming soon. This is the Federal Reserve Financial Services resource to help make sure your financial institution is ready. Countdown to the ISO 20022. Listen, I am not a financial advisor, but it might be wise to grab some of those tokens. We've been saying this for a long time. Many of us are in position already. Do you know what the ISO coins are? I just named them: XLM, XRP, Algo, Hedera, which is Hbar, ADA, Cardano, IOTA, Quants. I might be missing one. Oh, XDC. How could I forget XDC? I think it's could be wise if you want to just hold the X coins as far as the ISO coins or whatever, however the Lord leads you. And let me just share one more thing with y'all before we get off. And this is in regards to the Genius Act, stablecoins. This is David.
And joining us right now is the White House AI and crypto czar, longtime venture capitalist, David Saxs. David, great to have you this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Good to be here, Maria.
Yeah, I want to start off on the Genius Act. Of course, the Senate just passed this bill on the Genius Act, and I know it has lots of ramifications. How would you assess the bill and its impact?
Well, I think this is a huge milestone, Maria. I mean, this has been years since the Senate has passed bipartisan legislation like this. And what this bill does is provide a regulatory framework for the stablecoin industry so that digital dollars can be issued online. I think this will increase confidence in the stablecoin industry. It'll encourage the issuers to come onshore into the United States. Previously, the lack of clarity was driving the innovation offshore. And it's going to provide additional consumer protection because the stablecoin issuers have to be audited on a quarterly basis. Token holders can be confident that for every token that's issued, there's $1 reserved in a U.S. bank account. And as a result of that, we could see the float of stablecoins grow from hundreds of billions into possibly trillions, creating new demand for U.S. Treasury. So I think this is a big win for the crypto community, and I think it's a big win for the president's agenda.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first legislation really to have a framework around stable coins. We've spoken with the founders and CEOs of Circle as well as Tether. Explain stablecoin for us. Do you think that this will ultimately replace your traditional savings account? How are the uses that will play out? What do you envision those usages to be?
So I think the way to see it is this is an upgrade to sort of 40-year-old banking payment rails using 21st century blockchain technology. I think that the use cases will be, first of all, it's already being used to support crypto exchanges. I think this will be a big antidote to the BRICS currency that's being talked about by the BRICS countries. So I think this is a new kind of payment system that's based on blockchain technology, and it's very exciting where this could go.
Really a new day in terms of the financial sector. What did you make of JP Morgan talking about and unveiling, on a temporary basis at least, a coin recently? I mean, are you expecting the banks to come out with their own coins? How will this work?
I think the banks will. There's been now a number of conversations about banks working together to create their own stable coin. I think this is all for the good. We want more competition. We want more traditional financial services companies getting in on the act. And I think that what was lacking for them was the regulatory framework that they feel that they needed to be confident in the space. And now that they have that or are about to have that, I think they want to get into this business. And I think that's going to further help mainstream crypto adoption.
And even retail, you've got industry giants like Amazon and Walmart reportedly moving toward stable coin type payment systems, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is one of the core uses of blockchain technology is that it can facilitate faster settlement, lower fees, more transparency. It's a smoother, faster payment system. One of the big use cases that's emerged for blockchain infrastructure is simply to support the moving of the traditional US dollar into crypto wallets, and they can be used as a new kind of payment system. So this is very exciting. I think this is the kind of innovation we want to support. Before President Trump's election, all the innovation in the crypto community was moving offshore because Biden had declared war on crypto. President Trump declared that he wanted to make the United States the crypto capital of the planet. He wants to support innovation and growth. And I think that the stablecoin bill will be, I think, a major success for his agenda.
All right. So you heard it there, from billions to trillions, and that's how we're getting these high prices that we're seeing with, these prophetic prices with XRP, XLM. Basically, we're going to be able to buy anything through the blockchain. You heard it's more sure, it's faster, it's easy to transmit money, it's reliable, it can be traced. So we're early. We're the 6%ers as far as those that are in crypto. As far as these banks coming up with their own stable coin, that's absolutely fine. That actually will help XRP, XLM, because I believe they'll go into their ledgers. That they're going to still need their technology. So let them come out with their stable coins. They're going to need to put them somewhere. So I believe they will come over to Stellar and Ripple. So anyhow, we'll be coming live later today. So subscribe so you get the notifications. We want to pray for you. We put God first on this channel. Probably teach you a little bit of word, and I'll be reading all the comments. So let us know who you are. Bring your prayer requests over. All right. God bless.